Okay folks, let's put it all together. We started off with the slope-intercept form, so let's write down what that is. Y equals mx plus b, right? So that's the slope-intercept form. Okay, and then we have the point-slope form, which was y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. Okay, so that's the point-slope form. And the next one we looked at was the standard form, which was ax plus by equals c. Right, so that's the standard form. Let's take a look at the first one, which was the slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. And we all know that the m is the slope, okay? And the formula for the slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Alright, in words it means the change in the y over the change in the x, okay? Or rise over run. So that's the slope. And the b is known as the y-intercept. Okay? And that refers to where the line crosses the y-axis, alright? Hence the name y-intercept. So here's an example. Let's say we have y equals 3x minus 2. Right? So the slope in this case is the 3. So m equals 3. Right? You can also put it as 3 over 1, which means the same thing. Right? 3 over 1. So that means you go up 3 units and 1 unit to the right. Okay? And the y-intercept in this case is, so let's take a look at the b, and that's just negative 2. Right? Remember to take the sign, right, in front of the number. Right? So that's b. So the line will cross the y-axis at negative 2. Right? So the point would be 0, negative 2. That's the point of intersection between the line and the y-axis. Okay? Alright, so if the equation is written in slope-intercept form, so let's take a look at the example that we did before. Y is equal to 3x minus 2. We can use this to graph the line on this coordinate plane here. Right? So we start off with the y-intercept. So it's negative 2. So you're going to go down 2 units on the y-axis to negative 2. Okay? And then the slope tells you to go up 3 units and over 1. Right? If you want, you can put a 1 underneath the 3 there. So from the starting point, or from the y-intercept, you're going to go up 3 units and over 1. Okay, up 3 units and over 1. And then you can draw your line through the point that you plotted. Okay, and there it is. Alright, so the other form is the point-slope form, which is written out as y minus y1 equals m in parentheses x minus x1. Alright, you use this when you're given a point. So let's say you're given 2, 5, and you're also given the slope. Let's say the slope is 4 here, right? So once you're given a point and a slope, you can actually plug it into this point-slope form to write an equation for the line. Okay, so let's make this x1 and y1, right? And then we're going to plug it into here, right? So my equation will become y minus the y1, right, which is 5, and that's equal to the slope, which is 4, x minus the x1, which is 2, oops, which is 2, let's make it the same color here, and then now you have the equation written out in point-slope form, right? Now, if you're not satisfied with the point-slope form, you can also make this into the slope-intercept form, right? So all you have to do there is distribute the 4 with the x and the 4 with the negative 2. Okay, so when you do that, the right hand side will become 4x right? 4 times x is 4x, and then 4 times negative 2 is negative 8, okay? And you have the y minus 5 here, right? Now all you have to do after that is add 5 to both sides. Plus 5 on the left hand side, plus 5 on the right hand side, okay? So now you end up with y equals 4x minus 3, okay? So you can easily go from point-slope form into slope-intercept form, okay? Alright, the last one we're going to look at is the standard form, which is written as ax plus by equals c, okay? And the good thing with this is you can easily pick out the slope of the line, okay? So let's say the equation in standard form is 5x plus 10y is equal to 4, say, right? So to get the slope, if you remembered, right, it's just negative a over b, right? So that's the slope. And here, well, the a is the 5, right? That's your a. And the b is the 10, right? And you take the sign also. If this were a negative sign, it would have been negative 10, right? So now the formula tells us to put, okay, a negative in front, and there's a 5 for the numerator, right? And divide that by the positive 10, but we'll just write it as 10, okay? So that reduces to negative 1/2, right? So you can easily find the slope given the equation in standard form. Another good thing with the standard form is that you can easily find the x and y intercepts, okay? So to find the y-intercept, what you want to do is make x equal to 0, right? If x is 0, then you would have 5 times 0 plus 10y equal to 4, right? So this goes away, and then to get y by itself, we divide both sides by 10. So y is going to equal to 4 over 10, which reduces to 2/5. Right? So the y-intercept, right? The y-intercept is at the point 0, 2/5. Okay? So the line will pass through the point 0, 2 over 5. Okay? And that's your y-intercept. You can also find the x-intercept, right? So in order to find the x-intercept, we make y equal to 0, right? So now if y was equal to 0, you would have 5x plus 10 times y, which is 0, right, is equal to 4. Now this goes away, then you're left with the 5x, let's bring it down, is equal to 4, and then we divide both sides by 5, right? So this one here, the 5 and 5, they go to 1, so x is equal to 4 over 5. Right? So that tells you that the x-intercept, right, will happen at 4 over 5, 0. Okay? So the line will cross the x-axis at 4 over 5, 0. Right? And that's your x-intercept. And we're done. And we're happy. Big smile.